All right, so I don't know how many of you else out there that are season ticket holders, but I got the email today to renew my Tennessee season tickets for 2026. And I couldn't have renewed them any faster. I was like, yep, give me that. Give me these. This is going to be 2026 is going to be the best home slate of football games hosted at Neyland Stadium in history. The only thing that's going to potentially ever compete with this coming year and make it better is if we're able to host a home playoff game. A home playoff game at Neyland, I think, would be one of the most unbelievable, epic things in the history of Knoxville, Tennessee. The environment already, just for regular games, let alone SEC games, let alone when we're good and we're competing for, potential championships, right? And we're top 10. Those environments is unbelievable. I, as a college football fan, there's a few other stadiums on my bucket list that I definitely want to try at some point. But I've been to a lot of stadiums. I've been to a ton of stadiums. And I just don't think the tailgating, let alone the stadium environment, compares to what Neyland Stadium brings to the table. So the home slate is just full of bangers. I mean, it like a little bit like the Tennessee football fan in me is like, crap. Of being wanting us to win the national championship, I'm like, crap. A lot of tough games next year. The just pure diehard college football fan in me is like, oh my gosh, these are some epic freaking games at home. We do Vol Navy for all the home games too. So we're big Vol Navy. You actually keep our boat at Calhoun's pretty much the entire year until weather kind of kicks us out of there. But man, we got Lane Kiffin, right? So that was the coach my senior year. Lane was my coach. If you actually go back and look at that coaching staff, it is full of just some of the best coaches at their positions that went on and had tremendous success. Even Ed Orgeron was our D-line coach, won the national championship at LSU. That man, as my senior year, they switched me to running back, and everybody else was way better than me and on scholarship, so I was a scout team running back. Means that I was going against our first team D-line all the time, and Ed Orgeron threatened my life multiple times at practice. And I'm pretty sure he was serious. That's a very intimidating human being. Between him and that voice, I can't even pretend to make fun of or do his voice. But I remember one time in particular, we were doing a screen pass to me, and he was like, "Steven, I want you to chip the D in and then spread out for the little screen right there. That's the best I can do of him." So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, again, I tell people I'm way taller than what I am. I'm probably 5'9". And I was the same height in college, and I was probably 185 pounds in college. Now I'm like 220 now, but none of that is good weight. And our defensive end, who I was supposed to chip, was actually my roommate, Ben Martin, who is a 5-star recruit, like 6'4", 260 pounds, with an 8-pack, who could run faster than me, jump higher than me, and was twice as strong as me. So this was the guy I was supposed to chip. And in doing that, so the play gets started, and I go to chip him. Well, Ben just runs right through me and flatbacks me, and therefore I'm laying and blows the whole play up. And I get up, and of course, Ed Orgeron is threatening my life and screaming at me because I was supposed to chip him. And I was like, dude, I can't, there's an 80 pounds of muscle difference. So kind of saying that, right? Lane Kiffin, LSU, coming to Knoxville late in the season. There's a really good chance that is a playoff game for us and a playoff game for them. That is the most exciting game that I see coming into next year. Of course, we got Bama the third Saturday in October. It will be epic. Man, any of you all has never been to Neyland this year, it's just full of bangers.